I, this soul, taking rays of light from Baba, Baba as purifier, look at all of us and I take the rays of light. I take rays of power from Baba to remain peaceful all the time. There is also unlimited love of Baba. So, with the rays of light for purity, for peace, and God's love, I imbibe them that internal purity in which I am beyond likes and dislikes, beyond sorrow, sadness, as I become embodiment through the vibrations, the atmosphere becomes loveful, peaceful, and full of all powers. As I become the being of God's love, purity, and peace, I allow my subtle powers which takes me beyond body and all connections with the physical world. And internally, I create this beautiful costume of light. Body is one vehicle for the soul, but angelic stage, angelic form is also a vehicle for the soul. The form of purity, love, and peace, ， , ， ， , ， , ，, , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , , helps me not only to go beyond, but I also serve as an angel. As Brahma Baba always served through his image of the angel. So at present time, service through the angels are required. So keep angelic form in front of you and also look at angelic Bapdada, very stable, very full, and sharing drishti with all the children. So now we will look at our angelic form and spread the vibration of God's love because it is the power of love which brings transformation. So let us share God's love, light, and might with souls of the world. Take drishti from Baba.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avekti Parivar, Pilgrimage of Remembrance, True Server. Today is day 6. Now we'll be listening from Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. I know that we all are true servers, and we call this as we have seva bhav, pure feelings for service. But within that bhav or bhavana, whether you call it seva bhav or bhavna for seva, what is and should be very natural is prem bhavna, that is bhavna or feelings of love. Because when there are feelings of love, of course, what I receive from that, but also what others receive, because whatever I am sharing, it is with love. So, bhavna of love, and when there is love, then also they call daya bhav, that is the feelings of kindness. That means you are kind. And when you have kind feeling, then when you are giving, when you are bestowing, will have really, really very, very good fulfillment. And third, bhavana is always connected with heart. There are certain things which are more from head, and there are certain things which more are from heart. So seva bhav is the feelings of heart. So that is where comes the generosity of heart. So bhavna of love, bhavna of kindness and generosity. If those three qualities are within the soul while serving, it is really serving also become like serving from our angelic stage. Because angelic stage is not just the form of light, but it's really whatever we do it with very, very pure heart. You will find that there is always some kind of difference between what my head says and what my heart says. And we cannot ignore any, but we can listen to both. What head is saying, what heart is saying, because sometimes heart could be very connected with our emotions and different kind of feelings. And that is where head is the one guides the mind, guides the heart. But also sometimes head or intellect doesn't have necessarily similar feelings like art has. So how do we use our feelings of the heart, but also where necessary, listen to our intellect or brain or wisdom. But if they both can be in harmony, head and heart, but there is always little bit difference. At this stage at least, there is no conflict between heart and head. So angelic stage also is where through my image I can bestow by using these pure feelings of service. Because service could be very much intellect oriented in the sense of I am giving gyan, I am giving lectures, I am doing workshops, I am, that's all right if you have that specialty, do it. But there is service which we do through mind and also in words, in the words, have this bhavna. When you have this bhavna when you are speaking, I think that souls will have immediate feelings. For angelic stage, of course, one common quality which we talk about generally, is to be detached and lovely. One can only be lovely if you are detached. So, as we all read and heard Murli this morning, while listening Murli, as Baba began Murli, the first two lines were giving us a new perspective about being detached. And I really it resonated with me that what could be true detachment at every moment. Mhm. So this detachment is not just free from attachment of relatives or resources, but this detachment is every moment of the life. Let's see, we are planning something, we want to do something, we know these are the guidelines, this is how we will do it. And once it begins, then it's drama playing, right? It's happening according to drama. So just imagine at that time, I am planning, I am actor, and then I'm observing drama. I'm not playing in drama at that time. So playing drama and then observing even my part in that scene of drama, I'm observing. Because you cannot really control it, but you observe. So that is a very natural detachment, right? Just think about it, few moments. I really felt so much experience at that time what Baba means to be detached. That means I played, I acted whatever I had to do. But then if I am not detached while observing the scenes of drama, then you could be disturbed, you could feel upset, you could lose hope, you could be disappointed. Oh, it didn't work the way I wanted. But it did work the way it should have, according to drama. So, this is what total deep faith in drama not only keeps us unshakable, but keeps us detached. And then when we are detached, we enjoy drama, right? If we are not detached, we don't enjoy because internally there is lack of contentment and why this didn't happen this way, it should have happened this way. But according to drama plan, whatever happened was accurate. So detach and then observe. Detach, observer. And when you are observing, it's drama. And you cannot bring changes in drama. Drama is fixed, is ordained. So since morning when I read this morning, today's morning, the first two, three lines were so powerful. I just felt what Baba means when Baba says be detached. So detached, you're not disconnecting, but detach and observe. So you act first, then be detached and sit and observe. Like this morning program happened, right? So we had very, very lovely, meaningful conversation. And then I was listening, want to hear again, and I turned on in YouTube. So I could only listen, right? And I was not trying to use my intellect that, oh, I could have said this, I should have said this, or maybe I should have shared this. I didn't allow any thoughts to come, but I was just listening as an observer. Because we had been talking a lot about being detached observer because angel is detached. And that's why not only detached, but he's able to do what has to be done. Naturally, that part opens up. So you reflect on that because that's a very important quality. And then you could smile, you could be joyful, and you will say, yes, it was accurate, it had to happen this way. But this was not like few years ago. There was a time Baba used to tell us, if you have to give lecture, prepare your lecture, then you go and give talk, and then you come back and look at your points, what you missed, what you didn't say right. And now is the time. Of course, we pay attention, but we just say it had to be like that, like Brahma Baba. After finishing Murli, I spoke whatever I spoke last Kalpa, so that now what next I have to do. Otherwise, I shouldn't have done it. You can't change. Then you are stuck at present because you're not sure what to do. But I did like this last Kalpa. It's accurate scene of drama. It was perfect, so you can think further. You are not stuck with the past, not with the present. Yes, it's accurate drama. Very, very deep faith in drama. Mhm. That whatever was said, whatever was according to drama spoken, that is most needed. By it must be beneficial, and this creates also a lot of feelings of self trust, confidence. So it's a very, very beautiful way. Uh, if you want, you can read again those few lines. But I read, I heard very early in the morning, and I was so touched by the concept. You must have heard and read Murli so many times, but this morning I really realized that even having faith in drama can keep us detached. Detached, it's not that I'm withdrawing. Detached doesn't mean I don't want to do, but you do everything and then you observe same scene, listen to same talk which you gave few hours ago, but you enjoy it and know that drama is beneficial. Every word which is spoken, there must be some benefit in that. So our love and inner joy, our pleasantness and happiness can stay, or we can also be lovely with all of us, those who played part, and also have appreciation of everyone's part. Because when you are detached observer, mm, you enjoy everyone's part. And it's not possible for me to play everyone's part, right? Everyone has to play their own part. So angelic stage, and to be angel is of course to be inner light and powerful and lightheartedness, but also to be detached and to be very, very lovely. Because at this time, what is important is to be embodiment of love. Because all the souls have this fear and, certainly very, very much insecure. It's God's love really which makes us feel secure. And this morning, as I was sharing that for all of us, so every day, whenever we read Baba's Murli, makes very, very deep connection with how we can create our stage. So to be angel is of course image of light, image of love, image of peace, but also be very detached so that you can be consistent in bestowing love, creating the atmosphere of peace and joy, which is very, very important. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So just now we heard from Didi, and now we move forward. कोई बेहद से इशारों में बुला रहा मुझे कोई बेहद से इशारों में बुला रहा मुझे Okay, so today's Saturday is Subtle Region Day. Heart to heart chit chat interview with our dear brother Marcelo. So, welcome, brother Marcelo, all the way from Colombia.
Om Shanti everyone, but particularly Om Shanti Sister Mohini and the whole team behind this wonder. Every evening we all get together and well, it's wonderful. And it's my fortune to be here. In fact, it was supposed to be Sister Moira, but for some reasons she couldn't be. So thank you for the invitation. The idea about the chit chat today, and we heard you in the morning with Sister Gente. That was so fulfilling. I mean, it was really beautiful. But it's to talk about two aspects of the Brahmin life, of Brahmin personality. So some Brahmins are like Mahavir, you know. So you see the shawl. So they are always meditating. They're always churning, reading Murli after Murli after Murli. Other Brahmins are like an elephant, like Maharati. And many times it happens that these two types of personality they are neat. I remember one Murli Baba was giving during this pandemic, where he was talking that the best Maharati is is a Mahavir that's riding the elephant there. So I would like to ask you, Sister Mohini, do you consider yourself a Mahavirni or more a Maharati?
Om Shanti, brother Marcelo. Yeah, your puppies, your little toys are beautiful sign. Marcelo, you had been in knowledge for how many years, right? Mhm.
40, 37.
37. And I have seen you since then. No, your journey of 30, you were very young, and I don't know where first, but I know you two brothers were there, and I used to fry pakoras for both of you because you learned my pakora. Anyway,
Chile. Yeah,
oh,
in
that
Chile.
was in Chile in a small apartment.
They
So
didn't
anyway,
last much. Sister Mohini created a big bowl of pakora, which was this size, and it didn't last anything.
so anyway, we know each other for a long time, and We have seen transformation in you, you must have seen in me. So it's very, very lovely to be with you. And Mahavir is great brave one, and Maharathi is one who is most stable. So I don't know why when I thought of your name, Marcelo, that is Mar is you kill or destroy your lower self. So you are victorious now. You have been able to kill and destroy whatever was coming from the past as a lower. Now you are in a very esteem and very high, that kind of Marcelo. So I don't know how this thought came in my mind that you are Mahavir. And yes, of course, I am Mahavir too. So Mahavir means that while on spiritual journey, the battle with Maya. So when there is battle with Maya, then you keep destroying what are the obstacles and you cross pass with honor with all the challenges and all the tests and different storms come. So great brave one. And the memorial of Mahavir is Hanuman, that he had faith that Rama is God. And so, whatever was happening, whether it was kidnapping of Sita or then finding Sita and bringing Sita together with Rama, all whatever obstacles came, not only that, but there were difficult things also. When they had to cross this ocean, they had to make bridge for all the monkeys to cross over on other side to fight the army of Raman. So Mahavir really means great brave one. And of course you had been brave, and I also is amazed that yes, I had also been very courageous and very brave. And actually there is a time when you start seeing those challenges as helping you to emerge many powers, and you use those powers. And this whole feeling of anytime any problem comes, deep within knowing that there is a solution, and some you try and then some you leave, that drama will resolve it with the time, it will be settled, because some involve some karmic accounts, and it's a different whole life spiritual journey. But not get defeated or not give up, or so remaining babas for you 40 plus years, definitely you are Mahavir. And then a time comes where you don't have to fight, but you are very stable. Maharathi. mm, Rath, you shown elephant. Maharathi is also like elephant rider, where very gently, smoothly, just in front as a royal, when they have big kings and all of them, they go out on these elephants, and elephant walks in a very royal way. So that stability and royalty start coming. So first stage of Mahavir, and with that is coming the stage of Maharathi. So I think all of us, if we look at early days of our Brahmin life, for little things they were difficult. And now there is no difficulty. Everything we know will solve. And as Baba said also this morning, that with determination you make impossible into possible. So each one of us should internally look at and say, yes, I am Mahavir, and I'm also becoming or have become Maharathi. So it's not really two personalities, it is two different stages which we go through on our spiritual journey. First we have to be Mahavir, and then we also become Maharathi, because then we have that royalty, stability, and we don't get disturbed or lose hope over little things or even big ones. We maintain internal stability in faith in the self, drama, and we move forward with great joy and with great ease also. There's no tension because we know, at least I can say with experience, that whatever we needed in life, whether to fulfill our part of doing service or to become perfect, Baba is not going to leave any child. Every child Baba will use as maximum, make them nimit for unlimited service. And secondly, also, all that whatever you will experience from Baba, we will also become perfect. So we all are also Maharathis, victorious souls.
Thank you, Sister Mohini. I think it was wonderful. Tell me one thing. Today, when I was watching you and Gent Band, it was so different, so different. But but I mean, you both and all the other Didis and Daddies, you have done lots of effort along the years to build this Mahavir stage first. Um, what about us? What do you suggest for us? And for us, I mean, anytime, all of us who are not Didi type, we are still in the Dodo type there down. So, what do you suggest for us to 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 do a jump to just go over one or two efforts and take into account that many of us we work, many of us we are in an atmosphere that's not, maybe it's not proper for spiritual effort. So can you give us one or two practical efforts, something that we can do like now, and then we can see a jump in our stage.
I think that, of course, there was a big sustenance and we had right example in front of us, Brahma Baba, Mama, then Dadis. But it's not that everyone took that much benefit from Baba or Dadi's presence, right? Some even didn't go to Dadi's thinking, oh, I don't have problem. They didn't realize that they are the source and we could get power from them. We can learn through their practical life. So I think that one important thing we should remember, once Baba said in the Murli that are like breath of Brahmin life, because we cannot be without efforts. And yes, some have this sanskar of struggling, you know. So when they are struggling, they waste their time. Once Baba had said that if you see a small rock and you cannot cross it, so you sit there and say, I have to break this, remove this rock, and then I am going to move forward. And some will say, oh, let me fly over or let me find a way where I don't have to break it. So some they waste their time and energy into things which are not important and they don't need to struggle for that, but not able to see what is the best way. And best way is to apply Baba's Murli, apply knowledge, in a proper way. So I think that each one of us with our aim that if I belong to Baba, I have come to Baba. And in a way, basically, we renounce everything. Many our eating habits, going out, socializing, body conscious vices, we all left all those. So now, when it comes to further, as Baba had been saying, that tyag is there, but then to do tapasya. So, one thing I learned, and I had a hobby since I came to Baba to have really good yoga. And it's not sitting for hours because to me, I can't sit for hours but whenever I sat, as long as I sat, of course, morning hours, I spend at least 2 hours in the morning and but during day, like often. So this whole thought of connection with Baba, it's like just love with Baba, inspiration from Baba, directions from Baba. So I kept my intellect very, very close to Baba. And I think that helps us to not battle much, but you pass things in a very, very dignified way with lot of honor. Because I remember that whenever we ask Baba something, Brahma Baba, Baba always says, children, Baba is in front. All the storms come to Baba first, and then Baba gives you the experience and caution you about the storms. But I never saw that, anything around Baba as a storm in the sense of through his face, through his personality, because when they storm, there will be little bit of upheaval within, and that will show on the face or the words you say. Then relationship becomes little bit better, but it never happened in Brahma Baba's life because there is knowledge, and he knew this is the storm. And we know in many tropical countries, many people, wherever the storm is about to come, how they block everything and see that it doesn't damage anything. So I think that efforts especially to be with Baba, to be in yoga. And as I was mentioning, whatever is past, but now two things are very important which we can do. One is to use word Baba in mind and also in words as often as possible. And that is, in other words, the teachings of Baba. Like whole day I had been thinking about this morning, Murli. Baba was explaining this. Baba was saying this. Now, when you are using word Baba, actually you are remembering Baba. So sometimes we remembrance and yoga we see more as how long I sat, but I think it's somewhere in our breath and in our thought we include Baba, and then we say word Baba. This is what Baba tells us. This is what create that enthusiasm. So of course for dadis there was no question of forgetting Baba because they just remembered Baba in a very natural way. So many examples of dadis who were not educated, and when they went out for service, anything which they feel was difficult, Baba will make it happen. Almighty Baba is with me. Baba will do it. Jyoti Bindu is with me. He will make it do. I always used to hear these words. And these days, what happens? How much you remember? Oh, I was busy. What? Busy in Baba's service. So if it's Baba's service, you have to remember Baba. Now, when it comes to environment that you have to go for work, or you know many are not in very beautiful environment and space, but all that happened to us also. No, I remember going out to new states, new countries, living with so many Lokik people, and so it was there, but always reminding oneself, I am at service. I have to follow Shrimad. And lot of service automatically happen. So that is what we have to remind ourselves why I am here. Mm. And I am getting news more and more that because tension is increasing. So some scientist is working in this drug company making vaccine, and so there's tension. So they tell him, can you have workshops on meditation? Then there is a young girl. She also is very active, and she's at this time offered herself to do the duties on the polling. The elections are happening. Booth she goes and spend few hours because they are inspiring some to volunteer to see everything go smoothly. But she is so happy because she says, I give drishti and I share the vibrations of peace. So if there is aim that I am the messenger of peace, and whatever I have to do, some say, okay, workplace, some are offering themselves even for community service at that time. And I think that just this whole aim of being with Baba and remembering that I am messenger of peace, wherever you are, you could become the instrument for service actually, or change the atmosphere. But everyone wants to learn meditation. There's so much tension, so much pressure that all the companies, recently another Brahmin wrote me that, their companies are keep asking, oh, you meditate, can you have workshop for the workers, so I think it's increasing more and more. So, Marcelo, by nothing is difficult. We have to keep aim that I have to be instrument for Baba, messenger of peace. It will happen and Baba will make it happen too. So every Baba's child at this time, just keep your energy full of not enthusiasm for service, but enthusiasm to be nimit. Let Baba use me for service. So making good quality efforts, not be scared of any storms, and just keep determination that I am Baba's messenger of peace and Baba will use me. And I'm sure that you all will get lot of good offers in community, within community for service.
Thank you again. I mean, I think it was very practical, particularly the part of Saint Baba. So remembering the teachings of Baba and to think why am I here really? What's the service I'm doing? In relation to the service, so the Maharati party, so this morning you were talking about the final chapter of service. That's quite a statement. So this is the final chapter. So what's the future in relation to this final chapter? I remember you mentioning the beginning of service in India when daddies went to Delhi, how you were talking once in one class about the bhavna. It was so great. They look like goddesses and all. So what about this final chapter? What can you say about that for us?
Chakera, final. I think that both ways, one is to remain stable in peace, love. So wherever, in whatever situation you are, looking at you, everyone will be not get support and inspiration. But also Baba had been inspiring us to have angelic stage. So this Thursday, Baba gave a beautiful message you all must have heard, where Baba encouraged us to have silence, integrate silence during day. And so when we are observing silence, our subtle stage will emerge. And subtle stage by evening will be like more as an angelic stage. And you will feel change within you, but also you will find that you will be able to serve not only Mansa Seva, but even the words which you will speak. So every center, every home, we have to through this practice of little bit silence. I'm not saying hours because everyone is working or have it's karma yogi, have to take some responsibilities. But how do I do this 10 minutes 5 times a day? Silence, in which Baba says silence of eyes, don't see anything, no images, no. These days, even if Baba's songs are played, there are so many images of dances and garden and all that, but not seeing, not hearing even, don't hear. Sometimes even I don't want to hear classes or nothing, just be really silence. So same is with the eyes and ears and mouth and of course mind also. So if we do that, then our stage will be angelic stage, and from that stage, we will see how Baba is making us nimit to serve in unlimited way. So we have to create our this angelic stage, angelic image, And that's the kind of jump we can take through power of silence and do mansa seva, so that we can serve unlimited way. But it will become very, very powerful image and atmosphere, and definitely the relationships and the space, everything will be very, very powerful. So we should experiment on this so that we become the instrument the way Baba wants us to be now, that from Brahmin to angel. And of course, one of the very big practice I had been doing is of my eternal image. Very pure, very loveful, very peaceful. Whenever, you feel that you're not clear, you are stuck, you're not able to get decisions, go into eternal stage. It's like neutral. And then you start rethinking in the eternal stage, not rethinking in an ordinary way. So those experiences will make us the embodiment as an angel. And I am sure that I find all Baba's children, we had been getting lot of good experiences, good news, because we had been so consistent in listening. And I don't know if any one of us have attended class for 7 months every evening, and so many of you, even myself. So Baba is preparing us all, and we are becoming angel from Brahmins and good instruments for Baba.
Uh, Thank you, Sister Mohini. Thanks. I think I have time for one last question. Um, I was just remembering
Yes,
the. Yes? Okay.
yes.
I was just remembering the first time I saw you. I was very, very new in Guyana. I was still studying the Air Force. So I was just spending some time there in Sao Paulo. And I remember I thought you were Mama because you look like Mama a little bit. And you were sitting there, and behind you there were lots of pictures of Brahma Bab and Mama, and I keep on looking both of them. So it was a very interesting experience, and I was able to see your process during all these years. In fact, I was listening to an old class from you in Gansarova many, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and it's so different than now. So why sometimes it's a little difficult to appreciate other people's part, you know? Like I can appreciate yours very easily, Daddy Junk's very easily, Boomy Ben's part is very easy to appreciate. But why is it that with some people we have some difficulty, you know? So Mahavir here especially wants to do that effort to really appreciate everybody. So can you give some tips? Maybe you can remember someone you had a little problem with that person. You had to do something to appreciate the part of that soul.
So these difficulties in relationships are some past karmic accounts. And to settle those karmic accounts, you give that problem or whenever thought come about that soul to Baba. Like remembrance will help you to settle. But also, how will I settle? Just through good wishes. So wherever there are troublesome nature of certain people, or especially for some of us, is more one to one. I definitely give lot of good wishes, and internally I'm kind of canceling, because if I think and I feel trouble, then I'm making it live. But if I am very detached, if I in Baba's remembrance keep saying goodbye, and kind of I am not connected with all these sanskars. So with the soul, I still have good wishes, but not the behavior of that soul towards me or towards anyone else. So I think that for me, I am able to kind of not, first stage is that I am not affected. And somewhere the changes start happening, and that soul, you don't feel troubled by that soul. But one time I know someone said, you know, something came about Ravan's role, that how was Ravan and all that, and this soul said, I'm so happy that I don't have to play that part. Someone else had to do it. So when we look at these souls, and I say, oh, it's good that I don't have to play that kind of part. But it's really very subtle karmic accounts. And they will be settled, they can be settled. And then, but keep giving good wishes so they quickly get settled. Don't say that I can't have good wishes, but rather lot of good wishes for that soul so that the settling happen. And then you can still remain detached, that it's not you need to interact. Just Mansa Seva is very important. And, later on, many, certainly such souls could come in our lives. But if you are good in Mansa Seva, I am sure that they cannot hurt us, and just maintain lot of good wishes for them. Sometimes we fear to give good wishes that again I might have to face that soul more now, but rather it will keep them from making troubles little far from us.
Thank you, Sister Mohini. Thank you very much from Mahavir and Maharati here. So thanks a lot. Thanks to the family. And I hope this will help everyone to be a best effort maker and to do even more service. Om
Yeah,
Shanti.
Brother Ernest, Marcelo, you are good effort maker. You are good effort maker. It's only in between some settling comes in where you have to be Mahavir, right? You have to be Mahavir.
Yeah,
Always remind yourself of Hanuman as cheerful and always victorious. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Brother Marcelo. Thank you so much for coming from all the way from Colombia and being with us. Okay, now let's move forward and let's get our homework for tomorrow.
Our father Brahma became an angel with the perfect balance of being a Karanhar and a Karavanhar. So let's all follow Father and experience that I, the soul, am a Karavanhar, and these organs are Karanhar.
Om Shanti. I, the soul, am Karavanhar. It's a very beautiful word. And these physical organs are Karanhar. So I am the one who is doing things, doing karma through these organs. Okay, so this is the awareness for tomorrow, homework for tomorrow. And now it's time for us to say goodbye and good night to Baba and each other.
Om Shanti and good night, everyone. Om Shanti and good night.